Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhir. Okay? So, here Krishna has enumerated the good qualities. And elsewhere in the Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna has given us a list of many good qualities. So, I was just going through them and trying to find out where. So, if we go to the 10th chapter, shlokas number 4 to 5, Krishna talks about, remember we just read it recently. We read about a whole number of qualities, and Krishna says, Bhavanti bhuta bhava bhutanam matta eva prithak vidaha. He's saying, all these qualities are created by me alone. So meaning that those beautiful qualities are coming from Krishna. So if we are not having those qualities, that's because we are not Krishna conscious. That is because we are envious of Krishna. To the degree that we are envious of Krishna, that many bad qualities we'll have. How sad, no? But then we have hope. By reading all this in this Damodar month and by trying to understand the Bhagavad Gita, we are improving. Okay, so in the 10th chapter, shlokas number 4 to 5, Krishna enumerated, Hare Krishna Prabhu, he enumerated a few qualities and he said that they are created by him. Okay, and then in the 13th chapter, shlokas number 8 to 12, if we all remember, we enacted it. To try to remember that, we enacted those shlokas, 8 to 14. And there also, it starts with amanitvam, adambitvam. So there also, so many qualities are enumerated by Krishna. And there, he's saying, all these is knowledge. Apart from all this, it is ignorance. So already Krishna has told us about these qualities many times. Because when something is told many times, there is emphasis on that. And we understand, oh, I have to give up those bad qualities and develop these good qualities. It's a long journey. You can, as we read the whole chapter, 24 shlokas, we saw how the good qualities are very few. Bad qualities are so many. So meaning that we've got a long way to go before we become real devotees. Right now we are neophytes. We are just trying to become devotees. So, and now in the 16th chapter, verse 1 to 3, he is again talking about so many qualities. And last time, I was wondering why in the purport, Prabhupada is talking about Varnashrama. Then I understood, because in the first line, it says, Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhir Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi. And Prabhupada says, these are the qualities which have to be developed by a sannyasi. So I just did a little bit of color coding for the first few lines. So look at the first line. It's in orange. Sannyasi's color. Okay? So he starts with Abhayam. Abhayam means fearlessness. Abhayam. Bhaya means fear. Abhayam means fearless. So, and especially as grihasthas, we are so fearful. That's why we have this tendency to hoard. I am myself one of them. We hoard so much. But then sannyasi is one who is so fearless and is completely dependent on the Lord. It's such a beautiful quality Krishna is starting with. Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhir. Just imagine how it would have been if we meditate the battle of Kurukshetra. All those soldiers, they are all ready, and it's not that place is filled with the greatest personalities like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Ashwatthama. All those, they are not ordinary people. And the best, the crown jewel is Krishna. And there, this shloka is being said. And you can just imagine how it must have been as Krishna is reciting the shlokas in his beautiful voice. And just to look at him, you'll swoon in ecstasy. And he's reciting these shlokas and Arjuna is hearing and he's trying to understand. Okay, so he's starting with Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhir. So those Abhayam, Sattva Samshuddhir and Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi, those three qualities are mainly for the sannyasis. Okay, Abhayam is Prabhupada translates it as fearlessness. Sattva Samshuddhir is purification of one's existence, and Jnana Yoga, Jnana is in knowledge, Yoga of linking up, Vyavasthitihi the situation. So, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, and cultivation of spiritual knowledge is mainly for the sannyasis. But not that we shouldn't have that. We should also have it. As the grahasthas, we should also become fearless. But then mainly it is for the sannyasis, but we should also develop all those qualities. Okay, now coming to the next one. Danam, Damascha, Yajnascha. So those three, Danam, Damascha, Yajnascha, Prabhupada says it's for the grahasthas. So I have put it in different colors because women wear different colors saris. I also so grihasthas, it's in different Hare Krishna, different colors. So that is for grihasthas. Danam, so we are supposed to give charity. Damascha, we are supposed to control the senses. Yajnascha, we are supposed to conduct sacrifices. And Prabhupada says the best sacrifice for this age is the chanting of the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. So those three qualities are for the grihasthas. And then Swadhyaya. What does Swadhyaya mean? Study of the scriptures. So that's in which color here? Again orange. And who is it for? Brahmacharis. So it's a little bit of light orange, and sannyas is darker orange. Because the brahmacharis can become sannyasis or they can become grihasthas. So Swadhyaya is for the brahmacharis. And when we see Kanisham Prabhu and his group of brahmacharis, every time I feel, oh my God, such wonderful, at this young age, they've given up everything. How much they study Prabhupada's books. They not only study, they distribute it. And in all Chaupati and all those brahmacharis, ek se badkar ek. My God, Gaur Gopal Prabhu, oh my God, so wonderful, and we are so fortunate that we can listen to all of them. So Swadhyaya, meaning that we should also do Swadhyaya. And who was that recently? Sureshwar Prabhu, I think. Prabhupada's disciple, Sureshwar Prabhu, he said Prabhupada spent hours, he shortened his lifespan. He gave his lifespan to us by writing all those books. So, come se come, we should read it. We have to read it and try to apply it. Only then we will really try to become devotees. So that is for the brahmacharis.
Instruction given by Guru Maharaj, like just recently, that Prabhupada has taken so much pain. Instruction by Guru Maharaj that we also have read that Prabhupada had taken so much pain to write those books that it's not like easy to write the book because 3 times the Bhagavatam was thrown into rubbish bin by his. So after that also he wrote the books and took a lot of efforts. So we can't just buy and keep it in the bookshelf. And we have to read it because you have to respect, at least you have to respect Prabhupada and follow the instruction.
Correct.
That's what the instruction.
Very nice. Very nice. Prabhu, you want to say something?
Our Guru Maharaj also says that the books are not only for distributing, they are reading too. So
Exactly.
when someone actually says, and if someone, I don't know whether that happened, but if someone goes to him and says that I've distributed so many books, and first question he will ask, how many have you actually read? How much you have actually read those books? So that's what he always says. The Prabhupada's books are distributing, but for reading as well. So you have to read them as well.
Exactly. The whole Bhakti Yoga is all about connecting to Krishna. Yoga is connecting to Krishna. So if we don't know how Krishna is, how can we connect to him? And to know what he is, we have to read the books. So then when we have knowledge, then we can love that person. Krishna, he's like this, he's like that. Oh, as you read the Srimad Bhagavatam, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. Bhagavad Gita leads to the Bhagavatam, and then PhD study is the Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's all about the loving dealings between devotees. And then you see Oh my God! It seems